Affairs, in collaboration with the Executive Coordinator's Office of the Kanifing Municipality and key institutional heads, officially validated the Gambia's first ever national land policy on Tuesday. The National Water and Electricity Company, NAWEC, held a pre-bid conference as part of the ongoing request for proposals for the 50-megawatt regional solar power park project. On the sidelines of the Antalya Diplomacy 2025 Forum, Gambia's Foreign Affairs Minister, Dr. Mamadou Tangara, commended Turkey as a reliable partner that honors Gambia's sovereignty and cultural heritage. The Permian Health Long Institute, in collaboration with the National Environment Agency, organized an air quality conference aimed at promoting local solutions to air, energy, and environmental challenges in the Gambia. Those were the news headlines, now the news in detail. Welcome and thank you for joining us. This is QTV News. At the 23rd annual meeting of the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development (EBID) Board of Governors held in the Gambia on Monday, regional finance experts praised the country for its significant contribution to the progress of the bank. The meeting also marked the end of Finance Minister Sidi Keita's successful tenure as chair of the EBID board. Antoine Eso-Nyasi spoke to Sidi Keita shortly after handing over to the chairmanship to Ghana, as he now reports.
Just as it was instrumental in the founding of ECOWAS in 1975, the Gambia also played a key role in the establishment of the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development (EBID) in 1999. Decades later, the country proudly hosted the 23rd annual meeting of the EBID Board of Governors under the chairmanship of Finance Minister Sidi Keita. During the meeting, regional finance experts, including Dr. George Nana Ajekum Donko, President of the EBID Board of Governors, and Ghana's Deputy Finance Minister, Honorable Thomas Nyako Ampem, praised Minister Keita's exemplary leadership. They also commended the Gambia government for implementing reforms that have laid the foundation for sustainable economic growth.
That testifies to your good leadership. So I want to convey this to His Excellency the President and your good self and your government and the entire people of the Gambia for the transformation, positive transformation that I'm seeing.
I also wish to pay tribute to our outgoing chairman, the Honorable Sidi Keita, whose exceptional leadership has guided us through extraordinary economic, geopolitical, and security challenges. I intend to tap into his resilience and wisdom to build over the foundation he has set.
For Vice President Mohamed B.S. Jallo, the positive recognition from regional finance experts marks a proud moment for the Gambia.
As we hand over the chairmanship of EBID to another country, we are proud of the tremendous work done by Honorable Sidi Keita, Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, during his tenure. As we look forward to the future, I am confident that EBID's collaboration with the sub-region will continue to yield positive results.
Reflecting on the bank's accomplishments during his tenure, Finance Minister Sidi Keita expressed gratitude to partner institutions and member state governments for their steadfast support and collaboration, which he credited as key to the progress achieved under his leadership.
So I'm particularly delighted and humbled that despite the shocks, we've been able to weather the storm, and the bank's bottom line, that is the net profit, has increased to $9 million under the last year 2024 accounts, and the asset size has increased by more than 5% to 1.8 or 1.9 billion United States dollars.
Meanwhile, Minister Keita also shared his thoughts on the current state of the Gambia's economy, highlighting ongoing reforms and steady progress. He welcomed the positive review of his performance as chairman of the EBID Board of Governors.
I think it's a vindication, and it's very refreshing to have had somebody who is not a national of your country, who is very unbiased, who is totally detached, who is a foreigner, has not been interacting, to come and give the testimony he has delivered.
Since his appointment in May 2022, Sidi Keita, a seasoned finance expert with extensive experience, has led a series of impactful reforms within the Gambia's economic sector, while the latest commendation of his tenure as chair of the ECOWAS Bank Board of Governors further cements his reputation. It also stands as a powerful testament to the Gambia's capacity to lead and deliver meaningful results within a region dominated by larger nations and economies. Answane Nyasi for KTV News.
The Ministry of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs, in collaboration with the Executive Coordinator's Office of the Canifing Municipality and key institutional heads, officially validated the Gambia's first ever national land policy on Tuesday. The validation marks a milestone in the country's approach to land management and governance. Usman Jatter has the rest of the story.
After an extensive nationwide consultation process involving landowners, real estate developers and institutional heads, the Gambia has taken a historic step towards resolving long-standing land issues with the validation of its first national land policy. The policy, shaped by the voices and concerns of a diverse group of stakeholders, is intended to serve as a comprehensive framework for sustainable land administration, equitable land use, and conflict resolution. Bakari Singarte, Executive Coordinator of the Canifing Municipality, underscored the significance of the policy, noting that it fills a critical gap in national development planning.
This process, if you look at it as diverse as it is and as inclusive as it is, would also paint a very clear picture of this government's commitment to democratic principles and values. Because if you look at the very nature of these consultations, it has started from the grassroots. It's a bottom-up approach.
For decades, land management in the Gambia has been plagued by significant challenges, primarily due to the lack of a cohesive policy. The newly validated document, which spans 7 chapters, provides comprehensive solutions covering critical areas such as land tenure, usage, rights, governance, and implementation strategies. Aliu Baji, Director of the Department of Physical Planning, emphasized the importance of harmonizing traditional land practices with modern planning standards to ensure long-term sustainability.
As stakeholders to this land policy formulation, we seek everybody's participation because of whatever we put in there, tomorrow during the implementation, it is coming back to us. So let us not put anything like political sentiments or political affiliation into this.
Babukar Mansali, Councillor for Talending North, applauded the collaborative efforts that shaped the policy and called for continuous cooperation among all stakeholders to support its successful rollout.
We know that the government of the day would not be here forever and the Gambia would still remain. So this open to all of us, we as Gambians, to support this initiative.
The policy is funded by the West Africa Coastal Areas Management Program, WACA, which aims to enhance environmental resilience and promote sustainable development in coastal regions. Haruna Cham, representing WACA at the event, reaffirmed the organization's commitment to supporting the policy's implementation.
Already, we are supporting the assessment of the country's land management information system, which will lay the ground for the development of a comprehensive land management information system.
With the validation of the national land policy, stakeholders remain optimistic that the new land document will provide the much-needed direction to tackle land-related challenges across the country, ensuring fair access, reducing disputes, and promoting responsible land use for future generations. Osman Jata, QTV News.
The National Water and Electricity Company, NAWEC, held a pre-bid conference as part of the ongoing request for proposals for the 50-megawatt regional solar power park project, aimed at promoting sustainable energy for the future. Yafatu Gay was at the conference and she now reports.
The conference brought together prospective bidders from leading international energy and infrastructure firms. It serves as a platform to clarify key project details, address investor questions, and highlight the government's commitment to transparency and global collaboration in the procurement process. The 50-megawatt peak solar project, part of a wider regional renewable energy initiative, aims to boost the Gambia's power generation, cut reliance on fossil fuels, and enhance energy across nationwide. Gallo Seidi, Managing Director of NAWEC, and Lamin Kamara, Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Petroleum and Energy, emphasized the project's strategic importance in transforming the Gambia's energy landscape.
The 50 megawatt regional solar power park is a critical component in expanding our renewable energy capacity and delivering reliable, affordable power to all our communities. We are optimistic that by the end of this year, hopefully, the evaluation processes will be concluded and the selected bidder will be able to commence implementation.
Depending on the outcome of this tender process, the government is ready to roll out more and bigger solar power projects, including the 100 megawatt second phase of this regional solar power project.
Matar Toure, the World Bank representative, reaffirmed the bank's commitment to supporting the development of the Gambia's energy sector.
Through this process, the World Bank Group has been and will continue to be a trusted partner to the government of the Gambia. With a combined portfolio of over $200 million, the bank remains committed to ensuring the transformation of the energy sector.
The pre-bid meeting gave participants the opportunity to engage directly with key stakeholders, including representatives from NAWEC, the Ministry of Petroleum and Energy, and international development partners. With a 50 megawatt capacity, the solar power park is set to strengthen the national grid, reduce energy shortages, and support electrification in both urban and rural areas. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafa Tugay.
From that story, we'll now go for a commercial break, and when we return, we still have some more local and international news stories. Do stay tuned.
fii mooy fan fii mooy Inessa di place bi nga xam ne moom la ñëpp taam place bii bépp xeetu ataaya bu baax rek bu dugg see ci dëkk bi xamal li fii rek la am bara wërga bii neex na lool saf na ba pare tamit nag am gu bu neex boo ko naanee rek da ngay kontaan ci saas añ ba suur ba gëreesal li nga lekk jëndal bara ataaya bii ndax moom la ñëpp taam gis nga sama client bii ataaya bu neex bu ne moom laa koy njëkk a jox ndax moom kat ataaya bu neex rek lay wër bara wërga bii mooy warga bi gën te moo gën a saf kon nag ràññee leen ko bu baax kon daw leen gaaw ca Banjul foofu ca Inessa di place bi nga xam ni foofu rek nga ko mën a amee wholesale wala retail mu ngi foofu ci boori court house bi foofu ca Banjul wala nga daw ci bépp marché bépp supermarket bépp boutique fépp foo dugg rek di nga mën a am baara warga bii nga xam ne moom la ñëpp di wër tey baara warga moo dàq ci warga yi man maa ngi ci moom ndax su ma maree ataaya moom rek lay naan.
Oryx, with you all the way.
Powered by Africa, Oryx Energies.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for joining us. This is QTV News. On the sidelines of the Antalya Diplomacy Forum 2025, Gambia's Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Mamadou Tangara commended Turkey as a reliable partner that honors Gambia's sovereignty and cultural heritage. He emphasized that although Gambia is a small nation, it will not bow to external pressures to compromise its values. Julden Jai has the rest of the story.
The fourth Antalya Diplomacy Forum, hosted by Turkey's Ministry of Foreign Affairs from April 11 to 13, 2025, centered on the theme Reclaiming Diplomacy in a Fragmented World. The forum focused on revitalizing diplomacy as a vital tool for fostering peace and cooperation amidst global uncertainty. From deepening geopolitical divisions and increasing attacks on civilians to growing inequality, climate change, and rapid technological disruptions, numerous global challenges are undermining trust in international systems. The forum convened leaders from around the world to explore innovative approaches for rebuilding cooperation and reinforcing dialogue in the face of these crises. Gambia's Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Mamadou Tangara characterized Turkey as a reliable and respectful partner.
I think Turkey has been a very reliable partner that respects the partners that they are dealing with, no imposition. You know, one thing, Gambia, we are a small nation, but I say nations are not small. We make ourselves small or big, depending on our attitude. And if any country wants to impose their values, their culture on us, we reject it, because first and foremost, we are Gambians and we are Africans. And Turkey respects all the partners.
This year's forum saw the participation of more than 20 heads of state, over 70 ministers, and numerous international organizations. Their discussions focused on how diplomacy can bridge divided societies and provide practical solutions to the complex global challenges of our time. Dr. Tangara also praised Turkey for its ongoing support to the Gambia.
And this is an opportunity also to commend them and thank them for the support that they've given to Gambia during our hosting of the summit of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. And today, Turkey, Gambia, and Azerbaijan are the troika of the OIC. And with their support, we try to champion noble causes, like the causes of our brothers and sisters in Palestine. And wherever we see injustice, we will denounce it. They are also very supportive in our case against Myanmar to make sure that the rights of the Rohingya peoples are respected.
The forum fostered open discussions on conflict resolution, strengthening regional partnerships, and developing new strategies for peace and development. By addressing the causes of instability, it sought to redefine diplomacy to meet the challenges of today's rapidly changing world. For QTV News, I am Julden Yai.
On Monday, the Permian Health Lung Institute, in collaboration with the National Environment Agency, organized an air quality conference aimed at promoting local solutions to air, energy and environmental challenges in the Gambia. Mam Nabukar was there, and this is our report.
Globally, air pollution is responsible for an estimated 7 million deaths each year. It is classified as one of the 5 biggest risk factors for non-communicable diseases such as hypertension, diabetes, and cancer, responsible for up to 1/3 of premature deaths in the Gambia and affecting around 90% of the population. Without reliable data on pollution levels, it is difficult to implement targeted interventions and policies that would safeguard the population's well-being and reduce the health risks associated with poor air quality. In this context, the inaugural Air Quality Conference held in 2023 focused on identifying the essential resources and infrastructure required to accurately measure air quality and pollution levels in the Gambia. As a result, air quality sensors were installed across all 7 administrative regions, significantly improving both public awareness and access to real-time air quality data nationwide. This event brought together local and international experts and policymakers to review the insights and data collected through these sensors for clean air policies and a health-focused energy transition in the country. Here is Dauda Baji, the director of the NEA.
The Gambia as a country is undergoing rapid environmental changes, largely powered by burning fossil fuels, which puts many of citizens at risk. The country is responsible for setting certain standards of their own air quality to ensure that it have a guideline that is going to save our air quality situation in the country.
Concern was particularly raised over PM2.5 particles, a common air pollutant usually found in smoke from fires, vehicle engines, dust, and industrial processes, among other things. It is the world's largest contributor to global disease, the second leading cause of death globally, and in the Gambia is the second highest threat to human life next to cardiovascular diseases. PM2.5 particles are small enough to penetrate deep into the lungs and even enter the bloodstream, potentially causing respiratory issues like flu and coughs. Short-term exposure to it can exacerbate existing conditions like asthma and diabetes, while long-term exposure can increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular problems. In the Gambia, 2.9 years of life expectancy has been lost due to the high existence of PM 2.5. However, this can be drastically reduced with the right measures put in place. This is Rohi John Manjang, the Minister of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources.
Let us harness this moment to exchange ideas, formulate strategic actions, and foster partnership that will propel us towards a future of cleaner air and sustainable energy solutions.
The Permanent Health Lung Institute and the National Environment Agency reaffirmed their commitment to transforming the momentum generated during the conference into concrete actions that will positively impact both the environment and the public health in the Gambia. Mam Nabuka, reporting for QTV News.
That's all for now in this news bulletin. Join us again at 10 p.m. for another news bulletin. Thank you.